What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, the Soul Proponent, and I want to say how important it is to uphold our divinity all day, every single moment of our lives. For me, I knew I had to dedicate every single amount of energy that I had to be able to do the work of peeling back the onion and peeling back the layers of the personality to find what was in the middle. And it's so easy to bury this treasure of the soul, basically because of peer pressure and because of pride, are the main two reasons. Getting caught up with the ways of the world, getting caught up in the rat race, chasing self-worth on an unconscious level through careers, jobs, relationships, and also the pleasurable foundation that we get from the personality, the stability, the security that we think we can derive from the personality. The attachment is so strong to this personality, partly because we know if we let go of it, we're going to feel a sense of emptiness, a profound loss almost. Well, the thing about that is that emptiness is a part of us. It's a part of the soul, a natural part of who we are. And without being able to accept that, then we can never actually experience the soul. Now, from my experience, once I started to accept that emptiness, it turned into a presence. It wasn't an absence, but a presence of infinite feeling of love, joy, radiance, clarity, intelligence, brilliance, benevolence, all these qualities. And it unfolded in its own natural way, though. I had to get out of the way and not judge it. Part of the problem was I was judging that emptiness like, this is bad. It was painful. So I moved away from it, which seems natural, but it's counterintuitive, because the more we move away from that essential part of us, the less opportunity we have to actually see what's there and to actually experience what's there. Because the personality, again, it wants to attach onto something, anything, to avoid feeling that emptiness, because again, it's moving away from pain and towards whatever is going to bring it pleasure, which is the ego, money, careers, all these things that we think are important. They actually are hindrances. They block us from experiencing the soul. And think about how natural it was to have joy when we were children. That's what it's like when we get close to the soul. It's just a freedom and a liberation, and there's no worry about, I'm not perfect. I mean, okay, we understand we're not perfect, but that doesn't stop us from experiencing our natural joy, because that's who we are. We're just nothing but beings of light and love that want to extend that light and love in all directions at all times. And we have to kind of figure out, well, what's stopping us from experiencing that? And we kind of go in reverse and reverse the personality to uncover the layers and see why we buried the most essential part of us. It seems like there's something more important. We're hanging on to a religion, hanging on to a belief, because we think it's the best thing to do. In reality, it's actually might be keeping us away from this most essential part of ourselves, which is the soul. So the burial of Jesus points to the fact that we pay very little attention to the soul. It's necessary for our well-being to do this kind of work. And the results of not doing this work are what we've been getting through the history of the world. All this warfare, all this violence, we think like this is normal, but it's not. These are the effects of what it's like living away from the soul. I mean, why wouldn't we go out and kill a bunch of people and then kill ourselves when we're disconnected from our true identity? Why wouldn't we go out and go to war and try to fight for some meaningless cause because we feel worthless enough that we could just throw our lives away? Why wouldn't we do that? That's the effect. We think it's okay to live without knowledge of our self-worth, without being able to experience our own value. And that is not healthy at all. That is the underlying cause, the root of all the destruction in the world. So that's enough for me to say right now. It's John Dominique, the soul proponent. I hope you guys get an idea of what I'm trying to say. This is important stuff, guys. Don't neglect the soul. Please do your homework on an everyday basis. And it might get to the point for you, it did for me, when I just had to get up and leave my job and do this thing full time, because it takes that type of effort, that type of strength to overcome the conditioning that we received. And through the civilization process we received as children, we've got domesticated, and we've kind of not been brainwashed, but we've been ingrained with these ideas and these beliefs of the way things should be. And that's a good thing, though. We need that. But ultimately, we've gotten very far away from our true identity. And without being able to remember this consistently, then another alternate program is going to come up. And that alternate program is self-destruction, annihilation, unconsciousness. This is important. So upholding the true identity and upholding our divinity on a daily, constant basis is probably one of the most important things. John Dominique, the soul proponent. Peace.